Have you thought about doing a TEDx talk? I've been asked by a few people to share my experience, so I thought I'd just do a video on some general tips to get started. First of all, look at what locations are available near you. Maybe a travelable distance, a couple of hours max. Although people go across the country for TEDx talks or even into other countries, rehearsals are a little bit more difficult to do and you don't really feel so much part of a community. I really benefited from that community feel. And that's something that the license holder, Annalise James, was really keen to do with TEDx Gospel. I think I've met people that I will hopefully be friends with for life, but that isn't necessarily always the case. The next thing that you can do after figuring out what's available nearish to you is look at the themes and the ideas to see if they align with your brand and with your ideas worth sharing. If you're wanting to do a more professional talk versus a more creative talk or kind of a life experience one, there will be events that fit more with any one of those. You can look at the previous talks from the previous years as well, if it's not their first year, and get a bit more of a vibe for how well it's going to fit. If you're only going to do one TEDx talk, then make it one that's really going to work for you, although people do multiples. So on that subject, the next stage, once you've picked the ones that you want to apply for, the application process can differ quite a bit. Some of them are just forms with like a two-step process where that you'd be invited for audition. Some request a video submission. But really what you want to do is to think about what the organisers want from you. So I worked with Sam Warner, who has not only done her own TEDx talk, but has held 2 events. So she had this insight into what the organisers were looking for in the application process that a lot of people just wouldn't think of. Or it's difficult for you or I, from the perspective of somebody who wants to talk, to really get what they want to know. That was really, really helpful. Then the idea worth sharing, you've really got to think about whether it's worth listening to. It would have been so tempting for me to do a marketing talk. There are so many marketing framework TEDx talks out there. I decided to do the hidden story behind why we buy because I thought that was going to have broader appeal. And as an idea worth sharing, it was something that I felt far more passionate about as a consumer myself. I wanted to talk to the consumer in all of us. And I think if I'd have wanted to do a marketing framework talk, it just wouldn't have been picked up by TEDx Gospel. It wouldn't have fit, to be honest. And I'm not sure how well it would have done. I still demonstrated that I understand consumer behaviour and buying behaviour, but while also helping far more people, hopefully, along the way. So really think about that idea worth sharing or whether it's an idea worth listening to. Part of that, I worked with Serena Mann from Breakthrough Public Speaking, who's been my speaker trainer for years, and she gave me more confidence in some of those initial ideas and, how it was possibly going to get picked up, which made me feel far more confident about the audition. And that I was going to come across and I was going to have a strong start, because although the audition was never going to be the full polished talk, I did need to make the right impression and to demonstrate that I could start strong even if it wasn't finished. So those are my initial tips. But next week I'm going to go into why this was my idea worth sharing, why I picked it, but also the process that I went through to getting it ready for that red dot. So maybe I'll see you next week.